Hello everyone, today I'll be doing a solo Grandmaster inverted Spire with Warlock. For my subclass, I'll be using MsBlitzVI. Here are the mods and fragments I'll be using in this video. For my kinetic, I'll be using the stasis pulse rifle. Next, I'll be using the Edge of Intent. Next, I'll be using the Storm Chaser. For my helmet, double linear fusion ammo finder with 5 discipline. Next, I'll be using anti-barrier pulse rifle, unstoppable glaive, explosive weld maker with 10 resilience. For my exotic, I'll be using Starfire with double arc damage resilience, seeking welds, and 10 resilience. For my heavy, glaive holster because the glaive is so slow. Glaive scavenger with beautiful wells and fire resilience. Next would be bomber, solar fulmination with the artifact mod to make fireworks on champions. For this week, I decided to try the exotic glaive, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people forgot about. It's the Edge of Intent. Yeah, that glaive. The one where you can have mini healing turrets once your glaive shield is full. Yes, that one. I'll try my best to show it off a bit. And as you guys know, it'll be the similar loadout as I did for my hunter, except I'm a different subclass and I'm using a different exotic glaive. So this exotic glaive, only the warlock can use it, not the titan or the hunter, unfortunately. So only the warlock can use it. So now I am just taking down the Minotaur, and then there's this fallen, which I will take him down soon once this glaive can shoot. So if you guys notice, this glaive shoots really slow. Like if you guys thought the hunter glaive was bad, this one is not so great. I'll explain more why. Now, if you guys also notice, I did put Healing Rift instead of Empowering Rift. Reason why is because I don't trust this glaive. I don't trust this glaive enough for me to put Empowering Rift. Alright. Sometimes I try to use the healing turret, but sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it makes me want to reload it, or it looks like I have enough shield, you know, to use the healing turret. Not so much. So I am going to be using the healing turret, so I am just trying to use it right now. And it's going to be healing me while I'm trying to DPS and spamming a lot of nades on the cabals. And then there's these 4 snipers waiting for me to get sniped. And the healing turrets don't really last that long. I mean, if you guys thought it was going to last long as the stasis turret, yeah, you guys are wrong, because it only lasts a couple seconds. I mean, if you guys notice, the healing turret's already gone. It's literally gone as we speak right now. I mean, if you guys thought, oh yeah, Blitz, it's still there helping you. No, it's gone. It's like, okay, 8 seconds, 6 to 8 seconds. Bye, Blitz. Good luck with your run. So yeah, if you guys notice, the healing turret is not as long as it looks. So I am later on will count how many seconds does it last. And this turret, this glaive is also hard to control. It does feel a little stiff and the reload is slow. It's just a lot of bad things about this glaive. You know, they did some upgrades where you only can do 4 shots. Well, here's the thing. You still have to reload to use your healing turret, because the max magazine is 4, Or of course, I guess you could craft and make 5, but still, you have to reload, right? After you use all your ammo, and then use the healing turret. That's why I put a glaive loading holster. The reload for the glaive is so bad that I had to put glaive holster for it. I didn't want to. I wanted to put pulse rifle, but nope. Glaive is really that bad for this season. Now, as you guys notice, there are a couple champions unstoppable. 2 barriers and another barrier in the bottom, and then another barrier with unstoppable at the bottom floor. Mainly, I do want to take down this barrier champion. Hopefully nothing will interrupt my DPS. You know, Warlocks never seem to get bad luck. You know, so mainly I am just using Storm Chaser to do as much ammo, and of course using the glaive of intent, or edge of intent. And now we're gonna take down this mini boss over here. So there is unstoppable champion, but I'm not going to take him down yet. Since I do have Pacific mods, I do want to use this champion to take down the void minotaurs. Now if I was using a void weapon, or if the glaive was void, then I wouldn't really use this method. I would just take down the minotaurs right away when they spawn and take down the unstoppable champion like now. But I can't do that so much because I'm limited with the heavy, and I'm limited because I don't have a void weapon. And honestly, I didn't really feel like being a void subclass because I already done the void 3.0 on Warlock last season, so might as well just mess around with the solar for this season since it's gonna be ending very soon. So make sure you jump on this platform. There will be 2 barrier champions and minotaurs, so there'll be these void ads that will spawn minotaur. So I'm just making sure I can shoot the unstoppable champion. If you notice, I'm trying to shoot with the glaive, and yeah, the distance with this glaive is hard to control compared to the legendary glaive. Like, I'm shooting it, I'm trying my best, but sometimes it doesn't work and sometimes it doesn't when I try to shoot from long range. Compared to a legendary glaive, I have no problem of shooting far distance, but I do with this exotic glaive. So once again, I'm going to shoot staggered unstoppable champion so I can make these beautiful fireworks for this season. Just take advantage of it. Once I do that, I just double check everything, and then I'm going back to the strat that I did for my hunter. I'm just gonna go on the main platform, go on little rocks. I'm not sure why I went there. I guess I was just being a little too cautious because this glaive just feels very stiff, and it didn't really feel fun using this weapon, to be honest. I was like trying really hard and telling myself I gotta get this run done with this horrible weapon. And I really wanted to use my void glaive, to be honest, because the void glaive I have, the Enigma, is 10 times better than this weapon. So yeah, make sure you stagger the barrier champion, and hopefully I'll make a healing turret so I can count how long does it stand, or how long does it survive. The only good thing about the healing turret is it can heal your team and yourself. Unlike the other certain exotic where you can heal only to players but not on yourself. Isn't it so cute and kawaii? I'm gonna name it Bungie. Hello, Bungie healing turret. The healing turret only spawns around 10 seconds. Yes. Only 10 seconds, and then that's it. It's like, bye, Blitz. And then it just vanishes. Yep, really cute. It's adorable. It only lasts for 10 seconds. Well, actually, I mean, if you think about it, yeah, around 10 seconds. I think it's 12. But then that 2 seconds when you have to shoot the healing turret, right? And then you have to do DPS, so I would say 10 seconds. So once you take down the unstoppable champion, you can actually just go on this platform and then just collect some heavy. So I did take advantage of the mods, mainly just staggering the unstoppable champion, then taking down the barrier champion right away since it's the machine gun. Once I do that, I just make my way to the next section. So as you guys notice, there is a bug here. I will show very soon how to fix it. There will be a barrier champion up ahead, a barrier from mid-distance. I wouldn't say far distance because you can easily take him down with the pulse rifle. So mainly I am spamming diffusion grenades with the glaive a bit and pulse rifle. I mean, this barrier champion isn't really a big threat. I mean, once you take him down, just make sure you check if you have the other objective. I do have press forward, so I have to go back so I can get the other objective where mainly you're supposed to approach the drilling site, not press forward. So once I get that specific objective for my Warlock, then I can take down these scions, or I could just, you know, pass them. But in this video, I just thought might as well just take them down since I am using fusion grenades and they're very easy to take down with the grenade. So I was scouting. I did turn back a bit because I was checking if there was any heavy that the champion dropped, but it didn't. And I'll be dealing more champions. So there are a couple cabals where you can use a glaive to push them down to the pit. So that's mainly what I'm doing in this video. Alright, so as you guys noticed, there's going to be around 3 champions, 2 barriers, and an unstoppable champion. Mainly, you want to go for the barrier champions since they are shooting solar and one of them can snipe you, so that's not a good thing. So make sure you take down the barrier champions as much as you can, then deal with unstoppable. And yes, new adventures available. So when I was doing this run, it was at reset time. So I guess 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock or 10 a.m. or I would say 6 o'clock in Europe. I think, I could be wrong. So yeah, mainly on that time I was doing this run. So make sure you just take down this barrier champion and don't mind me of console aim assist. I mean, if you guys were wondering why did I move the pulse rifle to the void cabal, well, I didn't do it. It was console aim assist. For some reason my character just does it by itself. You know, for some reason the cabal was jumping in the way when I was aiming and console aim assist just activate and I wasn't able to do precision shots on a specific champion. Happens all the time, nothing too special, it's been like that for years. So once you take down the unstoppable champion, I was shooting the backpack. You know, I don't want to get killed by it, to be honest. That would be probably very embarrassing if that ever happened. And then there will be ships. So sometimes these ships can shoot you when you do get off your sparrow. So make sure you just do your Warlock jump and don't break any ankles. Yes, Warlock sometimes can break ankles where you're just jumping, minding your own business, and then you just die. Happened to me before, which is funny, by the way, I'll be honest. But just be very careful with the Warlock jumps. So I was going to shoot with the glaive, but you know, missiles were shooting me, so I was trying to dodge without breaking the Warlock ankle. And then I thought maybe I'd just use my melee instead of the glaive, because I don't trust the glaive. Let's see if it'll shoot. Wow, it really does. Wow, this melee is actually really powerful than the snapping melee one. So I do recommend using this melee over the other one. I know the other one's really cool, I understand, but this one's more better for Grandmasters. Trust me on that. I mean, give it a try. Try it out. I'm sure you will like this melee over the other one. Alright, so I am just trying to use the healing turret again. Isn't it just so cute? So this healing turret is actually somewhat helping me when I'm doing DPS at the barrier champion. As I said before, it only lasts around 10 seconds and then it just disappears. Like, see ya, Blitz, I'm out of here. Yep, it's gone. Seriously, it's gone. I haven't even taken down the barrier champion yet, and the healing turret just abandoned me. You know, I just wish it could last longer. I'm not really sure if it's ever gonna happen, to be honest. So now I'm gonna be dealing with the two mini bosses, the arc one. So as you guys notice, I will use my super, and I'll be using the well. Reason why is because, well, they kind of messed up Dawn Blade. So the Dawn Blade for Warlock, they nerfed it really bad, which is sad. That's why I'm using the well, because the well is powerful. And I wanted to use Dawn Blade, but they nerfed it, and then I have to use a certain exotic to make it somewhat decent. But it's really hard to choose between spamming fusion grenades or just using that specific exotic just to do somewhat a little bit more DPS with the super. I'm just gonna spam fusion grenades better. I think it'll be more fun, plus the fusion grenades is going to carry the exotic glaive of what I'm using, because the exotic glaive, the edge of intent, isn't as powerful as it looks. So I will take down the blood guard cabal and just spam the fusion grenades, since I already know the glaive is not going to help too much, and I don't want to waste too much glaive because I kind of need it for a specific area of dealing with unstoppable champions. I would recommend to use meta weapons like Obelisk or Outbreak over this exotic. The exotic that I'm using right now isn't the best, and it's basically probably the worst weapon next to the hunter, and the titan is just better, way better than these two exotics. I mean, imagine players, and of course including me, they do around 80 runs, then they get the exotic glaive and say, this is it, this is the glaive we've been farming. Yeah, that one. So mainly right now what you have to do right here is take down this cabal. If he is flying like this, it would be the perfect chance to use your heavy. That way you can easily do precision shots. I was just baiting the cabals because they were kind of throwing grenades at me when I was trying to DPS with the cabal. And I was just looking, like maybe I can shoot from far distance, but then I thought about the glaive I'm using. I don't think it was gonna work, so I might as well just go head to head towards the champions and the cabals. So mainly I do pop the shield, the glaive bubble, because I already know that all these ads will melt me if I don't have the glaive on. Well, the glaive bubble. So make sure you stagger the unstoppable champion, use your finisher, shoot the backpack at far distance. It could get in the way, you never know. Shoot the barrels, and then deal with the barrier champion at the bottom. Now there is one champion, and then when we do start to activate the switch, there will be unstoppable champion. Now you can skip the unstoppable champion and still get platinum. And you'll notice right away that I skipped unstoppable when I did activate the switch and still got platinum run. So just make sure as well to be careful with this specific barrier champion. It sometimes can shoot arc if you don't take him down enough. So make sure you take him down as much as you can, do DPS. Once you do, then there'll be these specific cabals where they can one-shot you or two-shot you. So for Warlock, you can just float up to this platform and then just spam fusion grenades. Once you do, you can just collect the heavy and then activate the switch. As I said before, there will be an unstoppable champion that will spawn. You don't have to take him down. You can skip him and you can still get platinum. So, of course, I am going to do the method I did for my Titan, for my Hunter. And I'm just going to go for the easy method and just go on the top of the mini roof. As I said before, all characters can go here, even the Hunter without stompies. So I'm gonna wait until it goes 100%, and of course I will just go to the specific spot so I can easily just go to the portal. Then deal, of course, you know, another unstoppable champion up ahead with the void shields. The glaive is really bad, and it's unfortunate because I really wanted this glaive to be one of the best glaives, but no, the legendary glaives are better, the Titan glaive is better. It's not really worth using this glaive. As you guys notice, I am trying to manipulate the unstoppable champion. So I'm trying to make him walk towards me so I can actually somewhat take down the void cabals when it does get staggered. He was a little too close, so I think I did use my super. Yes, I did use my super. So I did use my super for precaution, because sometimes if the unstoppable champion's too close, he will get aggressive and then he will try his best to push you off the map over to a wall, which will lead to back to orbit, which I don't want that to happen, especially using this horrible exotic. It'll be very painful to start all over again, to be honest. I was just double checking the snipers, and then I want to take down this void cabal up ahead. So make sure you just spam your fusion grenades. So if I was using obelisk, I would just instantly break the shield and not worry too much, but definitely take down the cabal and then deal with the snipers. So there are snipers from far distance, around 3 of them. So I decided to take them down right away so I can deal with the Nutter. With another unstoppable champion. Yes, another one. It's just great. Perfect. So remember that void mini boss that we all despise, especially if you don't have a specific void weapon or subclass? Yeah, so it was unexpected and it actually got pushed off the map. You'll see very soon what I mean. I just thought it was funny of how it happened. I wasn't expecting it. So I was trying to manipulate the unstoppable champion to see if I can take down the mini boss. And then he just slowly just commits suicide. Can't take it anymore, Blitz. I'm done. And then just slowly walks away. And then it just disappears. The unstoppable champion just got fed up with the mini boss and he literally just pushed him off the edge. He just pushed him off the edge. I was trying to shoot him and then he was about to move from the right side and the unstoppable champ's like, nah, I'm done with you. And then they just pushed him off. It was pretty hilarious, by the way. I mean, I was thinking of pushing him off with the glaive, but I didn't think it would be a good idea because the last time I tried on a Warlock, I kind of fell with the mini boss, which wasn't fun because he pretty much traded off a death with me, which was really embarrassing and not good. So yeah, so that's basically what happened. It was hilarious. And of course, the health regain. Yes, thank you, Bungie. Perfect. Sometimes it happens where you're doing amount of DPS on certain ads. On certain ads, you're doing amount of DPS and then their health all of a sudden regains a bit. Like you didn't do anything. Happens all the time. It's perfectly normal. You know, on GMs, Nightfalls, anything. So there is going to be a barrier champion. Unfortunately, I was trying to make the drill kill the barrier champion, but it didn't work out. So I had to take down the barrier champion on my own. So you could just spam a lot of fusion grenades as much as you can and then just take down the barrier champion. I always stand over here, it just seems the safest. And if you guys notice, I did use the healing turret, but it only lasts 10 seconds. Unfortunately, it's... Yep, that's the weapon. It's really special, right? It really helps out. I mean, that's why I didn't trust the glaive. That's why I didn't want to use Empowering Rift. I wanted to, I'll be honest. But then I was like, the glaive. I don't know. I don't really trust the healing abilities with the glaive. I feel like it's not going to last that long compared to the stasis turrets. And I was right, by the way. It didn't last that long at all. It was just horrible. So what I'm going to do over here is take down the two barrier champions. They're going to be the last one. So I am going to jump on Pacific platforms just to make my way to a good spot to do DPS. Now there will be a couple of dogs that will hurt the barrier champion a bit. So when they do, just make sure you do enough DPS to take him down. So these barrier champions always huddle, so make sure you take one of them as fast as you can. That way you can deal the last barrier a little bit more easier, because having both of them shooting at you and then they're both like huddling and popping their shield at the same time is very frustrating. And it can be a lot of problems. So make sure you just take down the first one very fast. And yes, I did have trouble with this barrier champion because he kept hiding that rock. I mean, it's really hard to shoot when this drill is very close to me. I mean, I could get one shot by the drill if I'm extremely careless. Of course, it didn't happen in this video. So I was trying my best to take down this barrier champion. Once I did, I was trying to look for heavy, but I didn't. So I basically wasted 2 minutes of my life. So I am going to do a mini time skip because I was just looking for heavy, because my heavy is 4, by the way. I don't know if you guys noticed, so I'm going to do time skip for that. Alright, yes, I could have used my Spire. I was thinking, by the way, because my heavy is pretty bad, okay? And I'm using a really bad exotic. 3. The glaive DPS isn't that strong since a Q burn is arc and this is solar. So there was just a lot of things going in my mind when I was doing this run. So I did try to just spam fusion grenades and try my best not to use the linear fusion rifle. Then I noticed something and I saw heavy. I was so happy, by the way. I was telling myself, heavy, must get heavy. So I did use the turret to heal me so I can get this turret, well, get this heavy brick. So 10 was good enough for me, to be honest, so I decided to just regain the shield, the glaive shield, so I can make another healing turret later. And then once I do that, I will take down the gold bar harpy so we can spawn the boss. So at least I have decent amount of heavy ammo. Because during the first phase, you must do as much DPS as you can, so you can go to the second phase and then do as much DPS once again. And then that's when you go to the third phase. Right now, I'm just trying to break the shield for the harpy. And yes, I know this is taking a while. I didn't want to use my heavy because I really needed it for the boss. This exotic is the best exotic ever. I love this exotic. It is amazing. So, the boss will spawn. I threw a melee, well, I shot a melee. So I am doing DPS as much as I can, and then he will teleport in the middle. Hopefully he'll be immune. So once he is immune, I quickly grab more heavy because I saw another heavy brick. Fortunately, it was just one really Bungie, one heavy brick. Ridiculous. I try to make it work, by the way. So what I did over here is I just back away a little bit to the edge so I can at least do some damage to the boss. My heavy was very low, so since it's low, I guess I have to use the Warlock glaive, which is not going to be a fun experience. It only has 4 magazines, if you guys notice. It's just 4 magazines. I was trying to spam it as much as I can and then throw my fusion grenades. Then I can finally go to the third one, the last one, finally. I'll be honest with you, I was a little scared because this exotic glaive, I don't trust it. It feels stiff, very stiff. You have to use it and try it out. You'll understand what I'm talking about. You'll notice this glaive just feels stiff and the reload is bad, and it's not a fun weapon to use, to be honest. So once I did took down the goblin, I did use my well because I didn't have heavy, and it was okay, you know, as long as I have enough glaive ammo, I'm good. I don't really need heavy too much since I am using fusion grenades to take down the arc shields. So it wasn't really so bad. So what we're gonna do over here is I'm gonna try to do as much DPS until he moves. I want him to move from the left side. And when he does move, there'll be 1 waves of ads. So he is moving, so that means hobgoblins will spawn. I have decent amount of glaive ammo, so I will definitely just use a healing rift and then just spam fusion grenades as much as I can. I mean, honestly, at this point, I don't trust the healing turret a lot. You know, I did use it a bit. I was like, okay, let's try it, maybe it will help me. I'm like, okay, healing turret, you're supposed to heal me. What's going on? Did the goblins just kill my bungee turret? Are you serious? I didn't even notice when I was doing this run. So yeah, if you guys are wondering, the ads can actually kill your healing turret. I didn't even know. It didn't even last a couple of seconds. I am so shocked right now as we speak. The bungee healing turret betrayed me. How could you? I thought we were friends forever. I should have stayed with the stasis turret. At least it protects me from ads. I grind 80 Wellspring master runs for this? Make sure you do grab a couple of ammo and then just do DPS from this angle. You can also wait for your well as well. So I am going to do amount of DPS until he moves. So I'm going to do a mini time skip. Once the final boss starts to move, then this is going to be the second wave of ads. So I am waiting for the boss to shoot his arc charge so I can have the healing rift. Now I did use the healing rift a bit too soon, but it's okay because I actually do need my well back for the boss final DPS. If you are blind, you could just use a glaive shield to see, which is kind of cheap, kind of cool and cheap at the same time. But you know what, take advantage of it. That's the only thing good about this glaive. But the thing is this, the other legendary glaives can do that. It's the same thing for legendary glaives. The glaive bubble for legendary can do the same thing as the exotic. So if you guys notice, I'm trying to shoot these harpies with the glaive and it's not working out. If you guys notice, I'm trying to use it. I'm trying my best. It wasn't working out, so I just throw fusion grenades. I'm trying. This boss keeps shooting arc charge. I didn't really care at that point. I mean, I could move the boss a little bit to make it shoot a different direction, but I didn't care, to be honest, because I just wanted these harpies to be taken down. I didn't care about the boss a lot. I just want these harpies to be taken down. And at the same time, I was hoping I can get some heavy, because if you guys notice, I have 0. And that's bad. I need enough heavy to take down the boss when he's on his psychopathic phase. I did saw a couple of heavy. You know, I was looking at it. And the only way I can get the heavy is for the boss to charge his arc charge. So I was waiting for him to use it. But then it looked like there was a lot of goblins. I didn't have my fusion grenade charge up. So I had to wait and take down these goblins, and hopefully once I clear them down and throw a couple of fusion grenades, I can collect the heavy. And then I can get enough linear fusion to take down the boss. So yeah, I was throwing my grenade. Hopefully it'll take down a couple of goblins. I saw so much heavy. I just had to go and collect them. So I was waiting for the right time just to collect the ammo for heavy. So I was just waiting for him to do his arc charge so I can go over there, unless I had classy restoration or invisibility. Maybe I could just get it right now, but I can't. So once again, I collect ammo, went to the other side, used glaive because that arc can melt me. Wait for the arc charge again and run for my life a bit. I mean, the boss, I'll be honest with you, the boss doesn't really melt you that bad. Okay, compared to Corrupted, he has that horrible RNG one-shot arc attack, Nightfall. This boss isn't so bad. I mean, he doesn't one-shot you. Even the arc charge hits you, it's not gonna one-shot you. So now I'm gonna manipulate the boss a bit so it can actually move to a specific spot so I can do some DPS. So I was waiting for him to move. You know, he was being kind of stubborn. I'll be honest with you, he was being very stubborn. Extremely stubborn. So finally he moved at the right spot. And he is going to be shooting arc. And I did crouch down a bit, hopefully. I mean, it rarely happens. Sometimes when you do crouch, the boss's arc, he's going to stop shooting. And then that's when you can do DPS. So you'll see very soon what I'm talking about. He suddenly just stopped shooting arc when I crouch. And then now I can actually do amount of DPS. Here is I just crouch, right? And then he stops shooting arc. And then I just spam pulse rifle until it goes around the E of his name. Then I'm gonna use my well and then just do as much DPS as I can. Of course, he will get really close to you. If it does happen, you can just use a glaive and then just melee the boss. Just wait for his stomp and then just melee him with the well. That's basically what I did in this video because I was missing my shots, let's be honest. I'm not perfect. Once it was very close, I just used the bubble shield for the glaive and then melee it. So it did move a little bit towards aggressive towards me. You know, I could have went to the back side, but I was feeling a little bit confident. You know, I even did the emote and then just take him down. The reason why I did that emote was, well, I was thinking about Guardian Games. Remember Guardian Games where you had to do emote and then do a finisher to get extra points? That's what I was thinking when I was doing this run. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.